Hello everyone, this is going to be my final presentation. My name's Sammy Lopez. I'm going to be presenting the drug of naloxone and then going over the awareness integration theory and SMART goals and how it has affected my life. So starting off, I'm going to start off with the table of contents of the naloxone drug. I'm going to be going over its effects, risks, and details. So first we're going to be starting off with the effects of the drug. So naloxone, or more commonly used as Narcan as the most popular brand, is a life-saving medication, which means this is used to treat opioid, heroin, fentanyl, or prescription opioid overdoses. This medication is most commonly used as a nasal spray or injectable into the outer thigh, which causes it to work immediately into saving someone who is going into an overdose. Okay, so moving on, we're going to be going into the risks of naloxone. So due to this being one of the most popular life-saving drugs for opioid overdoses, the side effects are slim, such as discomfort to the nose if it's sprayed through there, lack of strength, lightheadedness, dizziness, and stomach pain. However, many people make the mistake that once you inject naloxone, that they're safe from the overdose and they're done helping the person in need. However, it is only a temporary fix. So once it is injected or sprayed through your nose, you still need to call emergency services and treat it as if they are still going through that overdose. Moving forward, I'm going to be discussing some details I thought were crucial when presenting on naloxone. One of the first one was how to recognize an overdose, since this is a life-saving treatment on how to prevent those. So some signs to look for in recognizing an overdose and help saving a life is the pinpoint pupils, which means the pupils are extremely small and you can almost not see them. The next one is falling asleep. Next one is slow breathing, choking and gurgling noises, limp body, cold and clammy skin, and discolored skin. And finally, another detail I thought was really important was how to respond after giving naloxone. So it might be hard to recognize or treat every instinct like an overdose. However, it's still crucial to call 911 once you give naloxone, but you can't just call 911. Obviously, you need to keep the person awake, try to talk to them, and make sure they're breathing. And it's also important to lay this person on their side to make sure they don't throw up and choke on it or throw up on themselves, and also to stay with this person until 911 arrives. Finishing my presentation on naloxone, I'm going to be moving forward with the awareness integration theory and what I've learned from it. One of the most important topics that I've learned how to regulate is expressing concerns for others' feelings, and this is allowing myself to open up to my views, up to others' thoughts and feelings, instead of getting wrapped up in my own head. Helps calm myself down, get rid of some anxiety throughout certain events in my life. Another positive one that I've learned is thinking positively about myself and my thoughts, allowing myself to boost up myself about certain events in my life and where it was hard to endure has helped me have some closure in some events in my life, but also has given me confidence on how to go about other events, future events in my life that I could be seen as hard or traumatic. And finally, going back to traumatic events in my life, this is allowing myself to recognize the trauma and pain that I've endured and how it's made me more confident on my current path, on also how to receive closure through past events and how to help receive closure to future events in my life. Moving on, I want to discuss some positive ways the awareness integration theory has influenced my life. Some keywords that I have found the most outstanding were some confidence, awareness, trust, happiness, empathetic, and decreased anxiety. Just quickly going over each one, this has definitely boosted my confidence on how to be more aware of my thoughts and other people's thoughts. Some awareness, just like I just said, it's definitely easier for me to become aware of not only what I'm thinking, but also others. Trust, I feel like this has helped me build trust with those that I have been writing those AIT journals about, like trust with my mom, my family, friends. I feel like that's boosted my confidence in them. Another one quickly is happiness. I feel like just going over thoughts and feelings and emotions regularly just helps me de-stress, get over some anxiety, and overall just become happier. Becoming more empathetic, I see this as, again, recognizing other people's emotions, trying to be more included with them, and overall just becoming more empathetic. Finally, decreased anxiety. Just going over continuous thoughts and journaling and going over past events definitely has made me realize that anxiety comes from past things that has affected me, and allowing myself to go over these things, come to terms with them, has definitely helped me increase some ongoing anxiety. Moving on, three of the most phases that I felt that were most intertwined with the AIT were family, self and body, and spirituality. So in the family category, through expressing my feelings and assuming my family's and others' feelings towards me, I am able to understand what I assume as negative is actually their way of looking out for me, expressing their care and love towards me. For the spirituality section, I said through expressing my feelings and assuming God's feelings and others' feelings towards my relationship with God, I am able to understand how meaningful my relationship is and what I can do to show God and others how important He is to me. And finally, for self and body, I said through expressing my feelings and assuming what I think about my body and what others' feelings towards my body, I am able to understand how to have a healthy and loving relationship with my body without judgment from myself or others. Moving forward, I wanted to discuss my identity mission statement, which I've learned through this process. So my mission statement is, I am loyal, kind, and authentic person who believes that everyone should be kind to one another. I am a kind human being and everyone deserves to be treated with the same kindness as everyone else. I feel calm and peaceful, and I can commit to promote health and balance of work and healthy habits, spreading love and kindness, and to treat everyone with respect as I would like to be treated. To go over some more areas in my life, I chose the same three: family, spirituality, and self and body, because I found those to be the most effective in my life recently. So going over family, some goals I set for myself. For specific, I said going to more family events, inviting them out more. For measurable, I said quality time with each member. For attainable, I said calling and texting once a week, because I thought that would be the most attainable for me to do with a busy schedule. For realistic, I said getting brunch or some sort of meal every Sunday. I already do that with most of my family members, so I felt like that would be the most realistic for me since I don't really have anything going on Sunday mornings. And for the time measurable, I said the best one for me would definitely be after school or before work, to get in touch with more of them due to me being at school and work most of my day. So my next goals in my area of life would be spirituality. For specific, I said making more time for me to pray and attend church. For measurable, I said journaling when I pray and what I pray about. I feel like this is easy to measure it since it's a physical copy of something and I'm going to continuously do it. For attainable, I said praying every night before bed. I already try and do that, so I felt like that would be the most easiest thing for me to do with a busy schedule. For realistic, I said acknowledging Him when I find myself lucky and grateful. I feel like that's very realistic. It doesn't take a lot of time to do, and I feel very grateful for a lot of things in my life, so it's easy to just give out that reminder for Him. And then for time measurable, I said the only time manageable things that would be a concern for my busy schedule would be scheduled church times. They're not, technically it's open all the time, but if I want to actually hear a service, I would have to go to a specific time. And finally, for self and body, for specific, I put eating, exercising better. That's definitely something that I need to start doing more. For measurable, I said counting calories, number of visits at the gym. This is easy to measure since I have an app that counts my calories and I can obviously know how many times I go to the gym. For attainable, I said going to the gym and getting active 5 times a week. I already pretty much do this since I go to the gym every time I'm at school. I'm at school 5 times a week, so I feel like that was pretty easy for me with my schedule. For R, I said eating healthy throughout the day. I feel like that's pretty reasonable since I already pack my own lunches. And then for time management, it would definitely be like gym closing times. I can't go to the gym 24 hours a day, so I would just have to be more self-conscious about that. And finally, I have my collage that I made. So obviously I made the pictures into a heart shape just to further emphasize being kind and loving. And if you see some of these pictures, I have getting active, which is the girls walking or doing a plank or on a walk somewhere. So I've wanted to emphasize on really getting active. I have some eating healthy, so there's like matcha, fruit, cucumber water. I also have like some friend activities to just like show like kindness, making sure like you're making time for those who are important. So I have like the kindness comes back to you, painting, just overall hanging out with friends. And then I also have like balancing healthy habits. So again, that's like the eating, but also like making time for school and work, like those pictures of like papers and like journaling. I feel like that's really important, and reading. And finally, that it would be the end of my final presentation. I just wanted to thank you for listening and thank Ms. Zeine for creating the awareness integration theory and how it has impacted my life so positively.